Hey, it's time to paste that sketch onto a new canvas first to start working on it for real. I will go to File, New Canvas, and the settings we want to use will depend completely on your final intent for the piece. CSP has various preset sizes that are meant for print, and even if that's not your intention for your artwork, I still recommend to work in these larger sizes because they allow you to pay more attention to detail and add as much zippers and random patches and elements as you wish, while still keeping your lines legible. Why? Well, that's because of a little thing called DPI. DPI is short for dots per inch, and what this does is basically deciding how crisp your final image will be. Here I will show you an example. I will draw something simple here with 300 DPI. And on a new canvas I will draw something with the same pixel size but 72 DPI resolution. You notice that at first glance you might not tell the difference, but once you zoom in, notice how the pixels are much more defined on the 300 DPI piece. So, keeping all this in mind, the settings I use when drawing anything is at least A4 in size. Mostly because I saw prints of most of my artwork, and then I will select at least 350 dpi because I work with a lot of detail. This part here is the color mode. RGB is for screen colors, CMYK is for printing, and then we have grayscale and monochrome for when you're making comics and the like. So, even though I print all of my stuff in the end, I still work with RGB for the simple reason that it has all the colors available for your use, bright neons in particular. CMYK limits the use of those colors because they're really not printable by normal means and thus presents you with a limited toned down palette. A little tip I usually recommend to people printing their art is to just use RGB and then play around with contrast and saturation so the final result is similar to what you see on the screen. And now it's time for me to tell you the exact brushes I use for my illustrations.